Hello there. Hi guys, Susana here. We are on day 3 of the challenge, and I'm so excited to talk about one of my absolute favorite tools when it comes to manifesting a life that you truly love, a wildly successful year. I'm going to wait a couple of seconds to see who jumps in, and then we're going to get started, because I know that a lot of you watch these videos at the end of the day when you are back from work or something like that. So just waiting a few seconds. Hi Laura, thank you so much for the thumbs up. Please do that to let me know that you're here, that you are listening okay, and then we get started. Can you listen to me? It's all good? Okay, just waiting for some feedback. Is everything good? Can you hear me? Awesome, thank you. All right, so let's get started. Thank you for being here on time. You guys, if there's something that I learned from Hollywood, is the magic that comes from a script. I used to live in California, in Los Angeles. I studied acting there. I studied a lot of scripts. I went on a lot of auditions. It was a beautiful time. I always dream of doing that. But then life changed, and I'm gonna share that later on. But there's something very magical when it comes to a script and actually preparing for that script. In any acting class, they will teach you a way of embodying the character to the point that it's truly coming out of you. And that's also why mental health is so important when it comes to the entertainment business, because the only way that good movies and good actors get there and make something so believable is by really embodying that character. Even if it's a horrible character to our society point of view, the actor that's playing that character needs to find a belief in their own selves that they are doing those things not because they're bad, because there's always a reason at the end of the tunnel. If I were to audition for a role of a lady that, I don't know, rapes or do something horrible in life, I cannot go into the audition and believe that I'm going to get the role if I'm thinking, oh, I'm a horrible person that does this to little kids. Or, oh, it's horrible what I'm thinking right now. But you know what I mean? And the only way that I can go and earn that role and embody that horrible thing when it comes to society is by understanding that I'm doing something that has a meaning. So part of the preparation, and this is why I realized that I always wanted to be, if I were to continue in the entertainment industry, it had to be light and good movies, feel good, Jennifer Aniston type thing. But you have to believe. So even for hard roles, you have to find a connection. Why is it that you do that? Oh, I feel that little kids need some love, and this is how I give love, or whatever it is. You need to find something good and a good reason for that behavior. That's a horrible extreme explanation that I'm giving, but this is just so you understand the importance of embodying that. So how can we take this into our real life? Our brain is extremely, extremely powerful. And we can, I mean, everything that we are living around us, it is a manifestation of what we have been thinking. In the back of our mind, most of all, but that's literally what's going in our minds, what we grew up thinking, what we have in, as our belief system. That is it. And we have the opportunity to, number one, continue the things that we like in our lives, and to re-script the things that we don't necessarily like, or that we're saying that we would love to change when it comes to our life. And this is when our powerful manifestation tool comes into play. The universe is very busy into giving just what is the easiest way. Anything in life, if you see, if there's a house with a kink, you would notice that if the pressure is too much and there's just no way to go through the kink, the path of least resistance will be either to make a hole and you start getting sprinkles all over. Something will happen, but the nature's way is to find the path of least resistance. So if we don't script, if we don't have command over our desires and be fully embodying that, the universe will deliver in the path of least resistance. So if we have a story of a money story that doesn't serve us right now that we would love to change, or a love story that doesn't serve us, or a work story, whatever it is. I mean, even if it doesn't serve us, the universe doesn't know good or bad. The universe knows path of least resistance. So I'll just give you the easiest thing. So we have to be in command when it comes to creating, co-creating life with the universe. And by this, I don't mean that we need to take absolute control and tell the universe exactly time and date where everything is going to happen. That's where a lot of us get lost and feel that this doesn't work, because we are asking the universe for too much specificity, and this is not our job. The specific ways in which they are delivered, they are not our job. Our job is the end goal, the feeling. What is it that we want to embody? So we went through the goals, and I would hope, and I really hope that you guys go through day 1 and day 2, kind of like clarifying those goals. And probably if you did it right, the very first day's goals are going to be different from the second day's goal. And the second day's goal, yesterday's goals, should be more real to you, should be slightly different from society, from everything like that. It should be more you, and they should feel good just by the thought of it. So that is our part when it comes to co-creation, putting that end feeling and kind of giving those colors to the universe in the form of feelings, in the form of vibration, and the way the universe will decide. Is the very common example of when you order something. If I go on Amazon and I specifically say, I need a water bottle that is purple, that has a self-seal opening, that covers up, that has a key thing, like I'm being as specific as possible, right? So this is exactly what I wanted, this is exactly what I ordered, but I have no control of how it's going to get home. I have no control over that. And if I decide like I cannot purchase it, I cannot order this unless I know specifically that this bottle is going to come from the warehouse that is directly, that is specifically in California, in the street, and we have no control over that. So that's when I would get disappointed if I didn't get the bottle that has the stamp from California that arrived specifically on this truck from FedEx with this plate. That is not my job. My job is what I ordered, what comes to me, and how I feel about it. If I just say, I just want a bottle of water and don't give all of the specificity that I need, and I just tell an assistant to do it for me, then I didn't put my part. What I needed to know in this order process is the details that I wanted, because you know what? I love the feeling of knowing that once I finish drinking the water, it won't spill, it feels protected. So all of those feelings, I feel protected, it feels clean, it feels safe, it feels sturdy. Those are the feelings that I wanted around this. That's why I was specific around those details. But the way that it gets to me is not my choice. If I tell an assistant, just give me a bottle of water, I can be mad at the universe, at the assistant, at the world, because I just got a little bottle that just spills all over and it's another color or whatever. My job was why I wanted that. My job was being specific about the reasons why I needed that and how I was going to feel. Then when the bad bottle of water comes to me, I'm like, oh, I feel so insecure. It feels so unsanitary. This is ridiculous. This doesn't work, this ordering thing. Does it make sense? So this is the same with the universe. So going back to scripting, how do we make this happen? Again, go back to physical examples like ordering on Amazon and bring it to your life. How can you script a beautiful life? Last night we were my husband and I had one of our best friends over for dinner, and it was a beautiful night. We stayed until very late just talking about manifesting in general. And I love it when very manly men get excited about this. And we've talked about this before, and I know at the beginning, that friend of ours was more like, oh, okay, whatever. So I just dropped hints about this, but he was so excited. yesterday because he's starting to get it. And we were talking about a very specific thing, and he was asking, what can I do about it? And I said, listen, when it comes to influencing somebody else, there's nothing you can do. What you can do is change your perspective around the entire process. And the worst that can happen is that nothing changed, but how you felt in the process of it will already be a win. So if we are worrying about the possible bad results of something, let's say again about money. I love the examples about money. I would love to have more money, but then I'm afraid about, taxes when taxes come, and then I get anxious about thinking about taxes, and what if I don't do this wrong? And then if you start worrying about those things, you're not even enjoying the process. You don't even know you're going to get the money in the first place. So why worry in the process? We are in such a worry-filled society where everything is filled around fear. So our job, our only thing that we can have control over is scripting a beautiful thing that makes us feel amazing, that makes us feel vibrant, that makes us feel uplifted. And that will, number one, it will affect the end result. And number two, even if the end result is not exactly how you wanted it, the process felt so freaking good. So, how do we script a beautiful life? Scripting goes for either one event, one specific thing about your life. If something very important is happening, then you can script something around that. If you're traveling somewhere, or if you're having a work interview that's very important, or whatever it is, you can do something around it. But overall, you can script your life. And the job is to retrain your brain and your cells, your body cells, to expect the absolute best and feel your absolute best the majority of the time. It's human nature to sometimes feel like crap, and that's fine. But we need to retrain our body and our brains to feel the best. How many of us go to work every day feeling like, oh God, Monday, thank God it's Friday? What a life is that? We're putting 5 days of our day of our life in the, in the shitty pile. Living just 2 possible days for the best outcome. And in 2 days, how much can you have? Then you feel also bad about not having the best out of those 2 days. How about you re-script it? I wake up on Monday and it's a beautiful day. I feel rested. I feel energized. I feel excited about the things that I'm going to accomplish today. I absolutely love the smell of coffee in the morning, and I love spending time with my husband when we both get up, take a warm shower, and give each other kisses, telling each other about our day. Something that makes us feel vibrant and amazing. I love the feeling of a cozy. Forgetting my English now, of a cozy blanket in the mornings before I dive into work, where I get to experience the best of life, sip my cup of coffee, and read about my beautiful day that's ahead. I meditate and imagine the beautiful things that are ahead for us, and I'm very thankful for the universe, for everything that it has in store for us. I am so blessed every day of my life because I am healthy and vibrant, and I have this beautiful home that I absolutely adore. Even if you right now don't love your home, always talk in the present or in the past about the best that's there for you. And you don't have to be specific about the house in 1775, whatever street. If that's your dream house, you're putting way too much pressure on the universe. But what you love around that house right now is, if that's what you want, if you want a house, right? Perhaps it's I just love the amount of light that gets to me in the morning, that makes me feel vibrant and connected to the universe. I love the view that lets me enjoy in nature and everything that it has to give me. It just energizes me and makes me feel amazing. And the more colors, the more of your words you add into that, and the reason why it's not good to read somebody else's script, because it might not be yours. It has to be something that literally makes your skin feel just vibrant, that you embody it. And the more colors when it comes to adjectives, when words that are very descriptive when it comes to feelings and again, everything that you love, and even words that you constantly use, you have to put it there. You have to put it in present or past, talking about your life, like you would talk to your best friend, like you would talk to the most exciting person in the world. You need to live this with all the passion in your life. And you have to write this when you're feeling good, when you're feeling amazing, when you feel like you can conquer anything in the world. Because this is what will kind of like influence, that will add all of those belief systems that you need to retrain, that you want to retrain, that you want to add. And as I was saying at the beginning, that's just like any actor would prepare for the role of their lives. They read again, when we have a script, going back to Hollywood, they would have a normal script with, I don't know, I can't think right now of a movie, but the character, she walks in, whatever details you get from a movie script, I promise you that any good actor, any actor that earned a good role in Hollywood has made a backstory that you have no idea about. We don't know because it doesn't have to be in the script. In fact, the best movies say the least because you just feel those details, or just one little word adds. For example, okay, you're married, great. But if you have a good relationship or a bad relationship with that marriage, when it comes to the script, they have to rewrite a backstory. How was the wedding? How was the proposal? Who was there? All of those details make the actor embody that relationship and why it's so good or why it's so bad. If we're just seeing in the movie, oh yeah, we love each other, we kiss each other, bye, something will feel off. There's so many times. How many times have you watched a movie? Not necessarily the bigger movies that go to the theaters, but when we find online a movie and it's kind of like, okay, it's fine, but there was something off. It felt like a movie. It didn't really feel like reality. The reason is because actors are acting. Actors are just putting lines, putting words in the camera. Good actors embody everything, and you just believe. You forget that you're watching a movie. You're just there, and you don't need to know the backstory. That's the beauty of scripting, and the same happens to you. When you are scripting your year, your next month, your next event, whatever it is that you are wanting to manifest, and when you have it in real life, again, just like actors write down as if it happened, we got married this way, blah, 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 the same way. When you script a beautiful life with every little detail that makes every cell of your body know and believe that all of that happened, believe me, the universe will find that as the path of least resistance to give you those feelings because you were clear. In fact, the universe loves it. It's like, oh, okay, cool. Now I know for sure what to give you. Boom. Whatever makes you feel that way. You have control of how you feel. And one of the things that we need to get really good at, okay, we can write a beautiful script one day and feel great about it. Fantastic. Just like happens every January 1st or something like that we write, the goals, and we kind of make a little script in our minds. The thing is, we forget. We forget because we let life happen. Your second job is to read it every freaking day. You need to be embodying that every day. And yes, you will start rechanging it as long as, events happen or things change, but you need to retrain your brain, your mind, and your habits to read this every day, because that's how you get into manifesting. That's how you would know every day what is the most important thing that you need to do to make that happen. The clearer you have that script in your face, the clearer the habits and the things that you need to do will come up. If you don't give your brain and the universe a script of what needs to happen, a to-do list will run your life. And the sad thing is that most to-do lists start with bullshit stuff that we truly don't need. Bullshit stuff that looks urgent but is not urgent, or that we allow to get to urgent because we didn't address it on time. If we want to feel blissful in the process towards creating something amazing, then you would know how to make the most important things that happen in order so it actually feels blissful in the process, and not the day before, like, oh my God, I need to do this, and feel overly pressured and stressed and just bad about the outcome. So you need to write how you want to feel, a beautiful script, as descriptive as you can be, with as much backstory when it comes to feelings. And you need to read it every day and retrain your brain and your mind and the universe to delivering those feelings to you every single day. One of the things when it comes to money, again, the thing that most of us put when coming into this group, what you want to manifest, it was money, and it's human nature. That's like the number one thing, money or love. But when it comes to money, actually even love, we tend to say things like, I want specifically this amount of money. And that's why it doesn't necessarily work a lot of times, because it might not be aligned with us, the amount of money. The amount of money doesn't necessarily have an answer to us, so it's hard to make that happen. What you need to do is script something about the feelings that amount of money that you think is the one will give you. I love feeling free, debt-free. I love being able to go to Whole Foods, and I love when I go to Whole Foods and pick the freshest, most organic food ever without even looking at the price, because I know that that's what's best for my body, and I absolutely love treating my body right. I love when I get to buy the first class tickets because I absolutely enjoy the process of treating myself X, Y, and Z. I love looking at my bank account every day, and I absolutely am thankful for the way that the universe has provided me with everything that I need and more. Whatever that money has given you, then write that down. And I promise you that will feel better. Stop the rational goal of, I need to make $10,000 months, which is a great thing. If it's embodied with you and you truly believe that that's the amount and you have a reason for the 10,000, then it will feel really good. But if it's just saying it from the head up, like, oh yeah, I just need $10,000 a month. Okay, great. Something is going to feel off. Why do you need that? How do you want to feel with that? How will you feel with that? And that's how you script the beautiful life around money, around love, around everything that you want to manifest in life. And your to-do list will rearrange itself. Once you read that in the morning, very first thing in the morning, the more detailed, the better. When you read that, you will know what to do. Your body will tell you, and you will feel so freaking good because you just described your ideal life, and you're describing it every single day. So instead of social media running your first thing in the morning, if we get the phone the first thing in the morning, and I'm so guilty of that many times, but if I open Facebook the first thing in the morning, and the absolute first thing that I read is about horrible news and people fighting and, you know, horrible comments that some people put in different videos, how do you think my day is going to run? Versus if I take control of how I'm feeling and what I'm manifesting and what I'm designing in my life, how do you think that day is going to go? I hope for you a beautiful, amazing script filled with every colorful, descriptive word that defines your true ideal life. Something that feels so vibrant and colorful and amazing, that makes every cell of your body change, and that makes you believe that that amazing life is truly available for you, that it already happened, and that the universe is taking notes of every little bit of your order. If you find anything that makes your life a little better today, please leave me a comment, give me a like, share with a friend, comment about it, share about this. Let's script beautiful lives for us and everyone around us, because that is what slowly is going to make this world an absolute much better place than it already is. I wish you all the best today and every day, and I'll see you tomorrow on day 4.